Beatrice Elachi has lost her son. Her son just passed like 2 days ago. Na Wakenya wamesema huruma ni estate. Wamekataa kumuonyesha huruma in any way or shape, in any shape or form. She has been trolled on the internet consistently since that news broke out. Mbona tumefika hapa? How did Kenyans reach this situation that they can't sympathize with even someone who has lost his or her loved one? Remember what happened with Chebukati. When Chebukati passed, Kenyans hawakuwa na huruma. They descended on that family and that man, my friend. There was no sympathy. Anyway, if you are new to this platform and you're coming here for the first time, my name is the African Updater, and what we do here, we analyze politics and I also bring you up to speed of all the things that are happening across the country. So kindly take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly take a second, subscribe, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed. I really appreciate you. And for the return subscribers, now appreciate kabisa. Manze, we are at 2,000 subscribers. We are heading to 3,000. So let's keep on building this community. Wache iendelee kugrow hivyo vile ina grow. I respect and I love and I appreciate everything. So back to the main reason why I'm doing this video. So Beatrice Elachi remember, like, Kenyans wamekataa kumuonea huruma. Amepoteza mtoto wake who is about the age of the Gen Z, and Kenyans have refused to show sympathy. The Kenyan public have refused to show sympathy. They have been attacking her, they have been calling her names, they have been reminding her of all the things she used to say when the Gen Zs were being killed on the street during the demonstrations. You can remember even the things even the way he attacked and the way he incited the people to beat up Morara at the Bomas of Kenya during the public participation ya impeachment ya Gachagua. So people, because of that, Kenyans who have decided that they are not going to sympathize with her, they have been attacking her left, right and center. And I really wanted us to look at mbona tumefika hapa. How did Kenyans find themselves in this situation that we have lost empathy? We don't sympathize with anyone, especially these politicians. Once wamepatikana na msiba. There was a time when a politician angepatwa na msiba, Kenyans would come, Kenyans would condole with the family and mourn with the family, but it's not happening anymore. What is happening? How did we find ourselves here? Tulijipata kwa hii situation aje? That is what we need to discuss. That is what we want us to discuss on this video today. That is what I want us to discuss, because there has to be something that pushed Kenyans to this situation. And I'm going to explain. So before I get into all these details, first I want you to watch this video of Beatrice Elachi before the incident at Bomas, where he was saying that Morara apigwe kabisa, and the way and another video where he was telling Kenyans that kama Kenya unaona imekuwa imekushinda, toka uhame and uishi nchi nyingine. So watch these two videos and then kama kawaida I'll be back.
Hapo sasa anasema hii Kenya hii ni na hapotei. Kama Kenya ni mbaya usipotee. Sukote. Hii Kenya mbaya unafanya nini hapa? Mahali mbaya. Potea. Na kama upotei ujue basi hii ni nchi yako, hakuna mahali nyingine utaenda. Can we secure those papers? Can we secure the papers? Kijana huyu. Wewe uweze kuja kuharibu mkutano ya public participation. Everyone has an opinion. Piga. Marara, you cannot come to destroy a meeting.
We're not insensitive or cruel, we're just numb because the political class has shown the young people of this nation that they could care less about us. They mock us, they kill us, they abduct us, they steal from us. So when they die or their own dies, we can't sympathize.
So guys, I believe you watched that video, those two videos. So that is the main reason why Kenyans are trolling Beatrice Elachi, who is apparently the member of parliament for Dagoretti, north or south, I don't know. KJ ni MP wa wapi? Maybe you can share that in the comment section. So either of them, she's a member of parliament of either of the two constituencies. So the moment amepoteza son wake, and you can see in all the people who have sent condolences, the president amesend condolences, even Prime Minister Raila Odinga ametuma condolences, these women wenye the wife, the first lady amekuwa huko, wa the wife of Ida walienda kwake kumconsole, kumcomfort and everything, but Kenyans are not having it. And the reason why Kenyans are not really having it is because the truth of the matter is that people, when the Gen Zs walikuwa wanakufa, no politician, especially the senior, these politicians, none of them showed sympathy to the families of those people who lost their children during those demonstrations. They mocked them, they called them names, they reminded them how they, even you remember when Farah Maalim said that angekuwa ni yeye angekuwa president, angekuwa anaua 5,000 children every day. That is what has angered Kenyans, and the Kenyans walikuja wakakaa chini wakarealize that these politicians are heartless. These politicians don't think of anything else except themselves, that they can do anything, they don't care how many people die as long as they have their way. That is what triggered Kenyans, and they realized that at the end of the day, we don't owe this politician any empathy, even hata wakipatwa na Kenya imetupata. And you remember some of these things walikuwa naambiwa. You remember when the Pastor Nganga aliwaambia you people, the things you are doing, you leaders, you are killing watoto wa watu kwa barabara, you are shooting people in the streets, you are making people pay. He said that your children will die one by one. Pastor Nganga alisema hivyo, if you can remember. I just don't have that clip to put it here. But he said that some of these things is what angered Kenyans. And what these politicians are forgetting is that at the end of the day, they are not immortal. They are human beings like any other Kenyan. They are just people like any other person. The only difference is that God has given them a position of authority. A position of high authority, at least, to oversee some things. But they take it as a slave now. They are demigods. That we need to worship them, that they wamesahau that even those people, the people wale watu wenye waliwaeka hapo hivyo, they talk with a lot of arrogance, they talk with a lot of yani wanawatreat is as if you are nobody. You could hear the way Elachi used to speak back then. She didn't care. She didn't care at all. Like nyinyi mnaweza kufa tu, you are like flies, you people can just die, no problem. And this is what is making Kenyans come out to express themselves, to a point whereby you can even tell Kenyans that, come on, this is now too much, and they tell you that no, it is not too much. When people were being killed, walikuwa natupu huko hivyo in that dam, walikuwa natupu huko hivyo side za Mukuru kwa Jenga, sijui Mukuru kwa Ruben or something. People died, people were killed in Githurai and all these places. Their parents wazazi wao walikuwa nalia. Kwani how different are these politicians' children from the children of a common mwananchi? They are all parents, they all give birth the same way, they are all mothers. And this is what is hurting Kenyans. This is what they feel like they need to now speak out. So asira wa Kenya imefika point whereby they have lost that empathy kabisa. They have lost that empathy, and you see how they have been expressing it. Wali express kwa story ya Chebukati, and now Elachi imempata, you can see how they are expressing it. Like they are almost doing a celebration. And you can see them calling for other people, for other leaders to also follow suit and everything. It is a sad state of affair. I never thought that we will come to a point whereby we will see such things in our country. And if the leaders don't sit back and reflect, where did they go wrong? Because Kenyans never went wrong. That is the reality. Kenyans never went wrong. Even Kenyans that voted for the president, they never did anything wrong. They just felt, walikaa tu chini wakaona, this person is a good person, huyu ndiye anaweza tutoa kwa hizi shida zetu konayo. So the problem is with the leaders. Where did the leaders go wrong? That is where they need to sit down and ask themselves. Instead of trying to suppress the voice of these people, because you will not suppress that voice. You will not suppress that voice in any shape or form. It has reached a point that people have decided that kama wacha mimi niongee vile nataka. I don't fear the system, I don't fear any form of authority and nini. So it is upon the government, it is upon the leaders to sit down and have that introspective and look deep down into their and search deep down into their soul and ask themselves, how did we find ourselves here? How did we find ourselves in such a situation whereby even when we lose our own children, no one wants to sympathize with us except our fellow leaders? Just look at the people who have condoled that family. No Kenyan, not even members of his constituency yake. Hakuna. That is the sad state of the reality in Kenya. That we have reached a point that we have lost that nini ya kuhurumia mtu when amefiwa ama ameomboleza. And for you to know that Kenyans have the problem with leaders, that this thing is only with the leaders, they are not doing that to fellow Kenyans. In fact, fellow Kenyans wakikufa, people of their level, hadi wanachanga, they contribute, they raise a lot of money. You remember even when this footballer passed on, Otuoma, those people raised money close to 10 million. Or even more than that. I don't know how much was raised, but it was so it was more than 10 million just for that guy. So that shows that Kenyans wako na unity. They know when this one is one of us. But when it comes to their leaders, they talk how they feel, they express themselves how they feel. They kind of feel like ni kama wanafurahia that hiyo msiba imepata huyo politician. So if you are a politician in this country, you must really look at Kenyans deeply and ask yourself, do you want to be in that ship? Do you want to be classified as those other Kenyans, as those politicians, whereby unapata like Wakenya washakuweka mali fulani and they're just waiting for your time to come? Is that what you want? Is that what you want to be remembered for? Because the truth of the matter is, Beatrice Elachi as the member of parliament, as a politician, he has damaged his career. Like there is no way he can redeem that his political career. For him it's done. And not for only for her alone. Even for so many politicians when wako sahi. That the only reason why they are still holding on is that kuna kitu inaitwa term limit. That they have to finish their 5-year term. That is what they are holding on to. But when it comes to the ground, when it comes to people now looking at them as leaders, none. They have lost touch kabisa. The ground, the support they had, the nini na nini imeenda kabisa. No one cares about them. So as a politician, as somebody who wants to who is joining politics, anyone who is a politician right now, you need to sit down and ask yourself deeply that moving forward, will you stand with the people ama utakuwa una stand on the side of where you feel like you will fill your stomach? You need to sit down and ask yourself those questions, because you can see people who have stood with the people. If something like this, and God forbid, ever happen to someone like Edwin Sifuna, trust you me, Kenyans will stand with him. Kenyans will stand with him because they know this is a man who has stood with Kenyans all this time. Even when the Gen Zs were being shot, he was the one asking the police to stop killing. You could see him fighting, even trying to physically fight the police who are shooting at Kenyans. Well, the other politicians were running, wanakimbia kwa talent to save their lives. This one was standing. Yeah, and Babu Owino, we could see them live on TV trying to save Kenyans. But for the others, walipotea. So Kenyans never forget. And that is what these politicians will never understand, that Kenyans will never forget. They will remind you. They will save those things. The same way they say the internet never forgets. Kenyans will never forget. So as a person who wants to go for an elective seat in 2027, sit down and ask yourself, what are you really fighting for? Why mbona unataka kuchaguliwa? Because if you are not going to serve the interest of the Kenyans, trust you me, you are going to be, yani utaribu life yako kabisa. Your life will be a mess. Your life will be a total mess. Because once Kenyans classify you as enemy, trust you me, you can't redefine yourself. It is a done deal for you. Anyway, guys, I can't speak anything concerning what happened to Bit. I'm a parent myself. I think it's very sad when you lose a child. even when you lose a parent, it's very sad when you lose someone close to you. It's very painful. So I understand where her pain is coming from. I can feel her pain. Being a person who has also lost someone close to me, I can feel her pain. So I wouldn't like to go into all these details of nini. Mimi, what I can say from my own opinion, my personal opinion, is that I feel her pain. And that is all I can say. But any other thing, hapo hivyo Kenyans na nini, Kenyans will express themselves the way they feel. But the reality is, you as politicians, sit down na mjiulize maswali. Mjiulize, the people we are serving, are the people that walituchagua wakatupeleka kwa hizo bunge, are these people happy or not? And of course they are not happy. That is why they are expressing themselves the way they are. So sit back and listen to them, and maybe they will have a change of heart. Anyway guys, thank you for everyone who has watched this video until the end. Tell me what you think about the whole situation in the comment section. And above it all, I will always say, remain respectful. Don't attack anybody. Usitumie matusi while expressing yourself. So let's create a safe space for everyone. Thank you. Until next time. Bye.